Yo, what is up, my basketball family, and welcome back to Green Team Productions. Now, through the course of NBA history, we have seen a handful of players actually perform well as they're getting up in age. From a 37-year-old Tim Duncan helping the Spurs win a championship back in 2014 while pouring in 15 points and 10 rebounds a game, to a 37-year-old Michael Jordan returning back to the NBA in 2001 with the Washington Wizards, where he would go on to play 60 games and average 23 points. And of course, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar being a 6-time champion and 6-time MVP, playing 20 seasons and never averaging under double digits. But nobody, and I mean nobody in the history of the game, has been able to sustain a level of excellence late into their career like LeBron James. LeBron is currently in his 21st NBA season. And out of the thousands of players who have touched the league, only 5 can say that they have made it to year 21. But I can safely say that LeBron James is the only player in NBA history to have 21 NBA seasons under his belt and still look like he can give more. We can even look back at the previous year. In his 20th season, where most players would say that they're wrapping up and done with the game, LeBron James would average 28 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. Oh, and on top of that, he broke the all-time scoring record. He would also go on to lead the Los Angeles Lakers to a Western Conference Finals appearance, where the Lakers would eventually go down to Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. And though they were swept, the Lakers were no pushover. And though he still may have some doubters, LeBron has continued that excellent play into this current season. At the time of this recording, he is currently averaging 25 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 6.5 assists a game, and is still the clear number 1 option on this Lakers team. And just to put into perspective to you how great LeBron is playing for his age, I have an interesting stat. There are only 3 players in NBA history who have averaged more than 20 points per game after hitting age 35 and beyond. And to be clear, we are just tracking what their stats are when they turn 35 until their retirement. And those players are Michael Jordan with 21 points a game, Malone with 22 points a game, and LeBron with 28 points per game since turning 35. And both Jordan and Malone needed about 36 minutes a game to average those points. With LeBron, he only needs 35, and he's beating them by 6 or 7 points. Now, heading into the future, this stat can definitely change, because as Kevin Durant and Stephen Curry are both 35, I would assume that they are going to be averaging over 20 points per game for the next few seasons. But those are 2 of the greatest scorers of all time, so it makes sense. But I think what really has people in awe is LeBron's performances during this in-season tournament. Now, this was something that fans and players alike were a little bit confused when they first heard about it, but as it's gone on, we clearly see that we are getting high-level playoff intensity basketball. And it's only early December. And of course, with LeBron being the winner that he is, he wanted to be the first player to win an in-season tournament title, and that is exactly what he did. And he did it while averaging 26 points, 8 rebounds, and about 8 assists a game. LeBron and the Lakers would sweep through the in-season tournament, with LeBron, of course, being the first ever in-season MVP. With his most notable performance coming against the New Orleans Pelicans, a young team that is, when fully healthy, is expected to be a problem out west. But their only problem that night is that they couldn't stop LeBron James, because he would once again make history by becoming the first player ever to record 30 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists in just 23 minutes of play. And let me remind you again, he is about to turn 39 in less than a month. And I know I keep saying it, but we have just never seen a player be this age and continue to have the same caliber of play as they did 10 years ago. And though LeBron might have lost a slight step since his prime years, of course, he is still one of the best players at getting downhill and attacking the rim. Just look at this play right here. The Lakers are getting out in transition, and LeBron catches the ball at midcourt. And you can see there are 4 Pacers surrounding him, but he already has a head of steam going into the bucket, and he's too big and too strong, and gets the easy finish. Next play is a classic LeBron and AD pick and roll, but you have to respect the LeBron drive, which Miles Turner does, but in doing so, that opens up a lob for Anthony Davis. Now on this next play, you can see LeBron is surveying the court, and he's expecting a potential double team from Bruce Brown. As soon as it doesn't come, he takes the smaller defender Aaron Nesmith into the paint, couple power dribbles, feels the contact, spins off, gets both defenders in the air with great footwork, eventually would miss the layup, but gets it back and puts it in for another deuce. And of course, he's still making insane moves like this 360 layup he made on the Rockets. So I say he's playing pretty good for an old man. And we all know once LeBron gets cooking from three, it is pretty much a wrap for any team. Like I mentioned earlier against the Pelicans, he had 4 threes, with his most insane one being this heat check from the logo. And as you would know it, that game ended in a 40-point blowout. So with LeBron playing at an MVP level this late into his career, he just continues to show why he's one of the 2 of the best basketball players of all time. And there is no question, he will definitely be missed when he leaves the game. But the way he's looking right now, he might never retire. But until he does, I'm just gonna sit back, relax, and enjoy greatness as it's right in front of our eyes. And I hope you guys do the same. But if you guys have a different opinion on LeBron James, let me know down in the comment section. I create these videos to start a conversation, and like I always say, I'm just a random who shares his basketball opinions on the internet. So, like and subscribe if you want more basketball content. I want you guys to have a great and productive day. And with all that being said, peace.